Evicting a tenant can seem like a complex process, but in this video, we'll quickly explain the eviction laws in West Virginia and outline some simple steps that landlords can take to initiate an eviction. We're eForms, the largest online database of fillable legal forms, and in this video, we'll talk about what the eviction process looks like, how West Virginia laws affect evictions, and how to legally remove a non-compliant tenant from a property. Be sure to watch to the end of this video to find a link to a fillable West Virginia eviction notice. First, what is an eviction? Eviction is the process of legally removing a tenant from a rental unit. Self-help evictions are illegal in every state. It's illegal for a landlord to change locks on a property or physically remove a tenant from that property. So if the tenant refuses to leave after violating the terms of a lease agreement, a landlord must seek a formal eviction from the court. Eviction is different from the simple termination of a lease. A landlord can opt not to renew a lease after the specified term has ended. There is no need to involve a court in this process. If a tenant renting in West Virginia fails to pay rent or does not comply with the lease in some other way, the landlord can initiate an eviction. Most states require landlords to notify tenants of the breach they have committed and give them time to rectify the problem. But in West Virginia, landlords are not legally obligated to send a notice. Still, they are advised to do this as a means of reducing the likelihood of conflict. At the end of this notice, you'll find a link to a form known as an immediate notice to quit. This basically tells a tenant a petition is being filed against them in court. There's another form known as a 30-day notice to quit that either the landlord or the tenant can use to terminate a month-to-month tenancy. This is used more of a matter of routine and lets the tenant know that they have 30 days to move out or face eviction. Technically, as soon as the tenant breaches the terms of a lease, the landlord can go to the magistrate court with jurisdiction in the area where the property is located and file a form known as a petition for summary relief. This commences the eviction process. The landlord must send a copy of this form by certified mail to the tenant and must request a return receipt, which will be filed with the court. The petition lets the tenant know they have 5 days to respond via a form called an answer. It also notifies the tenant of the time and date of the eviction hearing, which will be no more than 10 days after the filing of the petition. If the tenant doesn't show up in court or if the judge rules in the landlord's favor, the court will set a date for when the tenant must move out of the rental unit. If the tenant refuses to vacate the premises, the landlord can ask the court for a writ of possession, which authorizes the sheriff to remove the tenant and the tenant's belongings from the property. We've got everything you need to get eviction proceedings going in West Virginia. From eviction notices to court documents, you can access all of them at the link below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos about legal areas like real estate and business.